Yo, what is up, boys and ghouls? JT coming at you with a little figure haul. These are some Dollar Tree Plus toys I thought was really cool. I happened to find one of these bad boys. I've been getting in, like I've been showing off different horror collector stuff on the channel lately, so I thought these would be a fun thing to collect, and they were, and it wasn't as hard to collect them as I kind of anticipated it was going to be. So I was a few towns over, probably a month ago, for one of my kids' volleyball games, and we were early, so I was going to stop and get some snacks. So we went into this Dollar Tree, and I happened to find this stretchy monster toy. Now I thought this was really cool because they're kind of like Stretch Armstrong, but they're monsters. This is like something you would have seen back in the 90s. Back when they used to actually sell monster toys and products towards kids, and you just don't see that anymore. That's kind of a dying thing now. So when I seen these, I thought this is really cool. I've been watching Raymond Castelli. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. His Basement of Horror. Let me let my dog back in. Sorry about that. I've been watching his Basement of Horror YouTube channel, and he shows off a lot of cool vintage rack toys, is what you want to call them. Cheap Halloween stuff back in the day, or like Ben Cooper, Azrak Hemway, AHI, or China, Hong Kong stuff, China store stuff. And that's all stuff I loved as a kid as well. You always couldn't get the expensive you couldn't get the G.I. Joe or the Transformers or the Ninja Turtle every time you went to the store. And sometimes you could talk to your mom or your dad into, mostly my mom, my dad never went with us anywhere, but you could talk your mom into pulling off a cheap dollar store toy or something like that. And a lot of that stuff was monster related back in the day, was my point. But when I seen these, I had to get them. So that's just a little introduction to what we're talking about today. So let's go ahead and look at them here. These are stretchy monsters. Now, these had a $3 price tag, but they rang up as $5. And I was like, price says $3. And the dude was like, oh, okay, we must have priced them wrong. So he gave them to me for $3 anyway. But I thought these were really cool. There's 6 of these in the series, age 5 and up. And it's put out by a company called Royal Deluxe. And this guy, I don't think they have a name on him, do they? No, but this guy just looks like a golem rock top monster with his brown paint job. I don't know why, but that's just the vibes I get from him. And as you can see here, I'm gonna keep all these guys in the packaging because I don't really know how well these will hold up outside of the packaging, and I can't really stand them or display them. So here's all the guys on the back, and I do have them all, so you'll be seeing them all here. So. Yep, Golem rock guy. This one's one of my favorites. I thought he was really cool. This is Werewolf. Stretchy monster werewolf. I love anything monster. Like I said, they don't do this stuff for kids anymore, which kids don't play with toys anymore. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's is the closest thing to a off-the-shelf Walmart horror toy that I've seen, in years. So, I mean, of course, they still make toys for grown adults, NECA and all that stuff. That's all geared towards us, though. But this is, not something you would just go in and see in the regular toy aisle and say a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree. Stretchy werewolf. I'm not going to stretch them out, but they are like Stretch Armstrongs. So if you guys ever had any of those back in the day, Stretch Armstrong or his villain, I can't remember what his villain's name was offhand. Now here's where it gets interesting. I'll show these two. So I don't know if this is a misprint. So maybe I don't have them all. So this guy, he's like a spiky guy wearing he's like kind of reminds me of like Alter Beast type monster. He's got like a little skirt here. So on the back, he's brown with a skirt. So that's obviously this guy, right? So I pick him up, and then I pick this guy up. At a glance, they kind of look like the same guy, right? But no, this one is supposed to be the orange guy on the back here. So just your cheap misprint, or, you know, not sure what happened there, but he's the orange guy with the Speedos on. Also a rock monster, but with horns. So I need to pick up the orange variant, I guess you could say, of this guy. Two similar figures. Weren't supposed to be same paint job. I don't know if that's just a mishap at the factory. You probably don't have quality inspection on these kind of things, I wouldn't think. So does it pass quality? Somebody looks down there and says, yeah, it's good to go, and they send it out the door. That's my guess. And this guy was the first one that I found at the other Dollar Tree while I was a couple towns over. And then I came back to my Dollar Tree like that week and found the rest of them. So I got them all in two stops, basically. And I thought this guy was really cool. He's like a centaur, bull monster, horned guy. Maybe like a, Tim Curry from Legend or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I thought he was super cool, though. And the packaging on these is cool. You got a little palm tree with some rocks. I don't know. Maybe they could have done a little bit better graphic design in there, but still cool. I dig this guy. And last but not least, maybe this might be my favorite one. We have a Yeti, abominable snowman, if you will. Not a Bigfoot. They should have done a brown one of this in this paint job as a Bigfoot. That would have been cool. But yeah, the Yeti, the best for last, right? So I thought he was super cool. The Yeti and the werewolf are my two faves of this series. But I got these hanging in the man cave. Like I said, I just got some tacks up and hanging them up. Probably keep them in the package. You can't really display stuff like this. But I'd like to get into, which I have, more of this stuff, I guess. Got some of it in the basement and things like that. But I like vintage stuff like this, especially like Chinosaurs and just oddball, Mark's toys from back in the day. Oddball stuff like that. Anything cool and interesting, anything monsters. I would love to see if they would have a monster revival, just bring stuff like that back out. Loved it as a kid and I love it now. So if you guys happen to see these and they happen to have a $3 sticker on them, tell them to give them to you for $3, not $5. So what's your thoughts on the Dollar Tree Plus stuff? Do you guys like that, or would you rather keep it $1.25 or whatever it is? So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the Stretchy Monsters. Till next time. Peace.